Hello interwebs, how are you doing? I am doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a video that's been like highly super duper requested, and I finally got the motivation, I guess, to do it because my friend Albin Wonderland did the same video, which I will link in the information below. This is my video on my most asked questions about having pink hair. So I have a list so that I wouldn't forget any. The first question is, do you have to bleach your hair? Absolutely yes. I bleach my hair. I don't bleach it a lot. I probably bleach it maybe 4 times a year, 5 times a year, but you absolutely do have to bleach your hair to get it pink. And the lighter that your hair is, the better the pink will hold because, you know, number 1, it's lighter, number 2, it's more porous. So you definitely have to bleach your hair. And if you've never ever bleached your hair before, I would definitely go to a salon to get it bleached the first time because it's really hard to bleach your own hair. It's not hard to do your roots and to like maintain it, but to get it really light that first time is very challenging. So definitely go to a salon or someone that you know is capable of doing it if you have any doubts in yourself, because you can really damage your hair by overdoing bleach. So please consult a professional. The second question is, do you dye your hair yourself or do you get it done in a salon? I've only gotten my hair done in a salon one time pink, and that was not like the first time. I've always done it myself. And then one time I was like, I'm gonna treat myself to getting my hair done at a salon, and I hated it. I hated the color they did it. I didn't get to choose. He only had like one color pink. It didn't last very long. I didn't like it at all. So, and it was really expensive. It was like $80 as opposed to maybe it cost me $20 to do it myself or less. So I did not enjoy doing it at a salon. Like I said, I would get your hair bleached at a salon, but you could dye it yourself. You definitely could dye it yourself. The third question is, what kind of hair dye do you use? I use Special Effects Atomic Pink, although I have used every brand you can imagine. I've used Manic Panic, I've used regular Manic Panic as well as the Manic Panic Amplified. I've used, I think it's Hot Pink and Cotton Candy Pink. I've used Special Effects Atomic Pink, which is what's in my hair right now. I've used Special Effects Cupcake Pink. I've used Punky Colors Flamingo Pink. I've used Splat, the magenta color that they have. I've used Raw, whatever their magenta-y color is. I used this one from Sally's. It was like Ion something or another, Ion Brilliance, Ion Color Brilliance, I think. Hated that. I pretty much honestly hated every single pink dye except for Special Effects Atomic and Special Effects Cupcake Pink. They last the longest, they smell the nicest, they work the best, they don't fade as much. Manic Panic will come out of your hair in like 2 days. I'm not even kidding. Manic Panic doesn't look the same from the first wash to the second wash to the third wash. Like every time you wash your hair, it is lighter. And if you dye your hair with Manic Panic, I would say it maybe lasts 10 to 12 washes and then you're done. And then your hair looks just horrible. I hate Manic Panic, and I know a lot of people use it, but I hate it. I hate it. Where do I buy my hair dye? Like I said, I use Special Effects Atomic Pink. That's my favorite pink, and I buy it from Amphigory.com. I've used a couple of the other Special Effects colors, and I've always had really good luck with them, and Amphigory is pretty cheap as far as hair dye goes. They have good shipping, so I love them. I'll link them in the info below. How often do you dye your hair? I dye it about maybe like 3 months, sometimes more often, but I haven't done it in about 8 weeks, and I don't plan on doing it until the first week of July. So maybe like 10 to 12 weeks. I don't dye it that often, and honestly, if it wasn't for my roots, I wouldn't have to dye it as much because it doesn't really like fade that much, or what it fades to I like. I'm sorry if I sound like crazy right now. It's like 4 in the morning. I don't know why I'm filming videos at 4 in the morning, but I am. Deal with it. How long have you had your hair pink? I've had my hair pink about 2 years, and I love it. Do you ever think you'll dye your hair a different color? I've had my hair a lot of different colors. I've had my hair red. I've had my hair various shades of pink. I've had my hair purple. I've had my hair blue. I've had my hair like lavender. I did it one time where it was like dark purple and like green and blue, and I don't know. I'll try to insert, oh, I'm falling. Oh, geez. I'll try to insert a bunch of pictures right here so that you can see a bunch of my different hair colors, I guess. I've had my hair a lot of different ways. Number 8, what is your natural hair color? I have like an ash blonde, like really light brown, but closer to blonde. It's like really blonde in the summer, but I don't know. My natural hair color is really strange. It's kind of why I started dyeing it in the first place. I'll put a picture in for you. Does your hair color ever bleed? And I know that Alban Wonderland said that her hair does not bleed, but she mixes her dye with conditioner, whereas I do not. I use just the dye because I like my hair super, super vibrant. My hair, every single time I shower, when I wash my hair, it runs pink, and then when I condition it, it closes all the cuticles back up, so it stops, but it does definitely bleed. I have dark sheets and dark pillowcases for that reason. I'm pretty sure I've ruined every towel in my bathroom. You even have to be careful of like washing your shower right after you get out, because that pink will stain your shower if you don't like bleach it right after. So yes, my hair definitely does bleed. I have found though that the Special Effects doesn't bleed as bad as some other dyes. Like Manic Panic is ridiculous. Like you just see the hair dye like pouring out of your hair every single time you wash it. I'm going to title this video, I hate Manic Panic. I'm not really going to do that, but yes, my hair does bleed. And like when I first dye it, you can't wear like white shirts for about a week because your hair will actually like rub off. It's not like if you go out in the rain, you're not going to have like pink running down your face, but like I'll notice that the back of my neck will be kind of pink for a couple days, or like, I don't know, this all sounds very strange saying it out loud, but yes, my hair does bleed a little bit. It's not a big deal though. I've only ruined a few shirts and many, many towels. It's no big deal. The next question is, does your hair fade? Of course my hair fades because I dye it the like darkest color pink I can get it, and that's the reason that I dye it that dark, is because that way I can go as long as possible and it fades into like a nice pastel. And like I said, I could probably go a year without actually dyeing my hair pink. I'd just have roots this long, which wouldn't be super attractive. But yes, it does fade, but I like the way that Special Effects fades. It fades pretty evenly and it looks nice. It doesn't look patchy and yucky. The first couple times I dyed my hair, I used Splat and it faded to like an orange color. It was really ugly. So I kind of don't mind the way that Special Effects fades, but it does fade. The next question is it a lot of work to have pink hair? It's a lot of work when you do it, but it's not a lot of work like on a day-to-day basis. I don't really do anything special with my hair on a day-to-day basis. But when you are dyeing it and bleaching it, it's a pain because it's not like having a natural hair color where it doesn't look as bad if you don't do it that often. But I have a bow in my hair kind of covering it up right now, but my roots are pretty, my roots are about this long right now. So you do have to maintain your roots and dyeing it. And there is, like I said, you do have to kind of like wash your tub a little more often than a normal person would because of the pink. Although Alban Wonderland said that that doesn't happen to her because she, like I said, she uses a ratio of like 20 parts conditioner to 1 part dye. So I guess it would depend on how much dye you use in the aspect of cleaning. But no, I wouldn't say it's that much work, honestly. It's no more work than dyeing your hair any other color. The next question is, how much money do you spend on your hair? You know, I get this question a lot, but it's not much. The bottles of dye I think are like $13 or $14, and I use like 1.5 when I dye my hair. So I spend about 21 bucks, but I only dye it every like 3 months, 2 or 3 months. So it's not like a lot of money. Like, so I wouldn't say I spend very much. And the bleach that I buy in large quantities and it lasts me, I'll spend like $40, but that is enough bleach for like a year and a half. So I don't think it's very expensive at all. I think it's less expensive than if I were to go to a salon and have my hair cut and colored once every 6 weeks like a lot of girls do. The next question is, how do you keep your hair so nice? What products do you use? My hair is really healthy, and I often accredit it to the fact that I don't wash it very often. I only wash my hair about twice a week. I use the Organics brand shampoo, which I just get at Walmart. It's nothing like salon or fancy or special. And then they also have a leave-in conditioner that I use. I blow dry it, which I know is not good for your hair, but I let it dry to almost dry before I blow dry it, so I'm only blow drying it for like less than 5 minutes. I don't straighten it unless I have to. I don't really heat style it much. I honestly don't even brush my hair unless it's like ratty. I don't know. I guess I don't touch it. It's like, I just let my hair be. But I think that the biggest reason that my hair isn't in horrible shape is because I don't wash it very often. I think that washing your hair, you're like really roughing it up and opening the cuticle and stuff like that. And I also don't bleach it very often either. I mean, I only bleach it once every 2 to 3 months. So I don't overdo the bleaching, and I bleach it as little time as humanly possible. So I think that's why my hair is in such good shape. But it's certainly not like a miracle product or anything. It's just that I'm not abusive to my hair. The next question is, how do you manage to get a job with unnatural hair color? I did have a job when I had pink hair. I actually asked my boss before I dyed my hair to make sure it was okay, because I started the job with blonde hair, and he said it was fine. I worked at a game store. But honestly, this is a hard question for me to answer because I don't have like a day job. Like, I make YouTube videos. So there's no one that can really tell me like, you can't do that. And that is something, if you decide to have pink hair or some other unnatural hair color, that you do need to take into consideration. Like, are you going to be able to find a job, or is your job going to be okay with it? If you already have a job, definitely ask and make sure it's okay, because you don't want to go in with pink hair and get fired. But on that same note, I own a couple wigs that I got on Amazon for like 20 bucks. So if you like really, really want pink hair, like you could always wear a wig to work. Like, it's not a big deal. So I don't know. I think even if I needed to find a job, I would just keep this color hair and wear a wig, or get a job that allowed me to have this color hair, which a lot of jobs will allow you to have colored hair. Like, a lot of them will. If you are, and it's like Alvin Wonderland, she's had a couple jobs, but she doesn't have any. Like, I have visible tattoos, which I almost feel like this is a bigger deal than my hair, because they could always hire me and be like, I'm sorry, like, your hair isn't within dress code, but we really like you and you're really professional, you have to dye your hair, but I can't get rid of tattoos. So I guess, I don't know. I guess that one's hard for me to answer, but I would just ask. And if you are looking for a job and you have unnatural hair, if you really need a job, you kind of have to be willing to either wear a wig or dye your hair, because life is unfair, unfortunately. And the last question, before I answer this question, I do want to answer. People always ask me about my eyebrows. How do I dye my eyebrows? I don't dye my eyebrows. This is eyeliner. This is Hard Candy, I think is the brand. Hard Candy? Urban Decay. It's Urban Decay from Sephora. And it's just like a hot pink eyeliner that I put on my eyebrows, and then I use a toothbrush, not the one I use on my teeth, obviously, a different toothbrush that I use to kind of like, I don't know, brush it. I guess that sounds weird. And then I just like use a makeup wipe to clean up any craziness that happens. And then I just set it with blush. So it's not dye at all. I would never dye my eyebrows because I'm far too uncoordinated, and I'd end up blind and with pink eye. And the last question is, do people bother you a lot about your hair? And while I do hate to use the word bother, yeah, they do. I was actually saying to my fiance today that it's very exhausting to go out in public when you have like pink hair. And I have like kind of a trifecta of reasons why going out in public is exhausting, because I live in a pretty small place, so people recognize me from King of the Nerds, or they recognize me from the Tester, or they recognize me from YouTube. Plus, I'm like the only person around here with pink hair, and my hair is pretty awesome. So it's pretty constant. And there are like lots of people that are super like, oh my god, I love your hair. Oh my god, I love your hair. But I didn't dye my hair pink to get compliments. I dyed my hair pink because I like it, and I never considered the like attention that would come with having pink hair. And I'm actually pretty antisocial. I used to really enjoy going places and just keeping my head down and being left alone. And there is no being left alone when you have unnatural hair. Like, whether it's a little kid or like a lot of people are blatantly rude. They'll be like, oh my god, your hair's so pink. Or they'll say things like, that looks really good on you, but I could never pull that off. Or my kids would kill me if I did that. Or like I've had people they'll just say things and you look at them like, just because I have pink hair does not give you I guess you have the right to be rude, but why would you think that's appropriate to be rude? Because I've had a lot of people that are like, wow, that's weird. And I would say the vast majority, probably like 85 to 90% of people are really cool about it. But I think having like unnatural hair gives people this sense of like, I don't know, it's like people remember you. So like if you go to the grocery store and you check out for your groceries and I had like brown hair, like people might not remember me, and I can just go check out my groceries every time and never have like a conversation struck up. But I think the pink hair makes me look really approachable. So like everybody remembers me and they're like, oh, remember that last time you were in here buying groceries and done. Sometimes, most of the time, because I'm friendly, but I'm antisocial while being friendly, if that makes any sense. I don't like want to go to the grocery store and have a conversation with every person in the aisle and the cashier and the greeter, and sometimes you just want to be in your own little zone, and that is not a luxury of having pink hair. But it's okay because I love having pink hair, so it's worth it. But yes, it is a little exhausting going anywhere and having pink hair. But those are the questions, and I'm sorry if this video seems like a weird amount of energy. Like I said, it's like 4 in the morning and I have been on this really weird sleep schedule where I've been going to bed at like 6 or 7 in the morning, so I figured I'd film tomorrow's video today, so that's why I'm filming this right now. So I'm getting to the point of feeling slightly delirious, so if I'm coming across as slightly delirious, it's because I am. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. Oh, that's so strange. I'm standing up but my knee is asleep. I'm wearing pajamas. Shocking. Also, my shirt has a unicorn farting a rainbow, and hold on. Oh, I just dropped my mic. My necklace has a poro on it. But I'm gonna go. Oh, do you like my bow? I have to go. But I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you all. You're in my heart, so see you soon. Bye!